Board and Tice published the title, I saw it, and now I'm going to speak about it. Tekhenu, Obelisks of the Sun. This is a 1-to-4 player game for ages 14 and up, and should take about 1 or 2 hours to play. 4 millennia ago on the eastern bank of the Nile River was laid the foundation for the Temple of Amun-Ra. Over the course of 2,000 years, the temple complex has gradually expanded and become widely known as the most select of places, boasting the largest religious buildings in the world. Today, the site is known as Karnak, located at Luxor in modern-day Egypt. Join ancient pharaohs in creating and growing one of the most impressive sites the world has ever seen, honoring the Egyptian gods Horus, Ra, Hathor, Bastet, Thoth, and Osiris. You must carefully manage the balance of your actions, preparing for the reckoning of the goddess Maat. The game board in Tekhenu, Obelisk of the Sun, is divided into 6 sections, each associated with an Egyptian god: Horus, Ra, Hathor, Bastet, Thoth, and Osiris. In the center stands an impressive obelisk, Tekhenu, that casts its shadow onto different parts of the board. As a result, the area around the obelisk is divided into sunny, shaded, and dark sections, depending on how the obelisk casts its shadow at that particular moment. As the game progresses, the sun's rotation alters which sections are sunny, shaded, or dark. The game takes place over multiple rounds. Each round, players draft dice and perform actions associated with the value of the dice and the selection from which the die was drafted. 2 scoring phases occur during the game, during which players earn victory points based on the workshops, quarries, buildings, statues, and pillars that they have built, as well as the happiness of their people and the production capacity of their resources. However, players must also keep a healthy amount of resources around to sustain the population, or they will suffer negative consequences. I enjoy the setting of ancient Egypt. I don't have enough games in this setting, and this one I like. This is a very historical, which I find to be cool, and yet at the same time mythological, because it's dealing with the gods of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt. There are a few board games with that theme, but I think there's not quite enough. Although it's growing, it is a growing theme. Now, from what I've read and seen from this game, the design and the components, the artwork, everything about this really is made to pull you in thematically, visually, imaginally, is that a word? into the setting of ancient Egypt. And it looks to me like it's doing a pretty damn good job of that. Now, there's talk about this game using a dice drafting system. I'm intrigued by this. They say that it promises to give this deeper sense of strategy and tactics into the game. And, well, I'm basically just love chucking dice to begin with. So if you're going to add another mechanic onto that, like dice management, I want to try that. Now, as with all resource management games, you got to understand that there should be some level of fun game tension, level of excitement to it. You know what I mean? It keeps you on top of your workers. This is where the slight little tension excitement comes. Keeping you on top of your workers, your food, your obelisk, building, your statues, everything that you have to manage and control during your turns, during the seasons. You know, all comes together in the rules for this. I'm liking what I've read about this. I'm liking what I see about this resource management aspect of the game. I think that's really cool. And yeah, I just mentioned in passing, but yeah, the game does take place over 4 seasons, which is something else I like. I like that because each season is going to be bringing its own positives and negatives to the game turn for that season. So you're going to have to deal with things. There's going to be some bonuses. There's going to be some negatives coming in. It's going to keep you strategically on your toes. Anytime a game like this one does, has a solo option, a solo mode to it that you're able to play, that variant, I love that. Personally, I think it's a great way to help you learn how to play the game before you throw it down at the table on game day and everyone shows up. And also, sometimes you're in the mood to play and there's no one around. So having that option, that's always a bonus. From what I've read and seen, this game definitely seems to be highly regarded by everyone that's played it. because of how deeply thematic the game is, the unique mechanics that this game brings to the table, as well as the level of strategy that it has. You know, I really think that this game being set historically instead of fantasy land like Egypt, a historic real Egypt, I think that's another draw to the game. But if you're a fan of Egypt, if you're a fan of Egyptian mythology, or just resource management games, then, you know, this might be something you're interested in. You know, I often say, and it's true, don't listen to influencers, get information. Don't be influenced. The only one that should be influencing you is yourself with information that you go out and get. And when it comes to games, sometimes the best way to realize if you like a game or not is to watch some playthroughs. Don't listen to talking heads that tell you basically what they're paid to do. Now, watch some playthroughs. That's how you're going to find out if you like a game. And while you're going out and getting information on stuff, go out and get some more information on Tekhenu. I think I'm saying that right. Probably not. Obelisks of the Sun.